Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. Now this is regarding now Mesut Ozil from Arsenal Football Club, because we know he's a player that's coming to an end of his deal, and Manchester United have been heavily linked with him, so too Barcelona have been heavily linked with him as well. But there's been a bit of change of scenery because the ex-Arsenal player and the Arsenal legend Ian Wright has had a say in this situation regarding Mesut Ozil, and reportedly he did say Ozil to Manchester United is a shoe-in. He also said the Man United deal is a shoe-in, and he's actually come out as Ian Wright and he said if Ozil was to join Manchester United it would be unbelievable as well. And Ian Wright has actually, admitted that Ozil could join Manchester United on a free transfer, in the summer. So Ian Wright said it'd be an unbelievable sign, for Manchester United, because, Jose Mourinho's worked for him in the past. Mourinho says he's a very, very good number 10, Mesut Ozil, but Wenger has come out and, said something, regarding Ozil and Sanchez, because we both know that players are out of contract in the summer, and it's looking like that they are not going to sign new deals, but Arsene Wenger has actually come out and suggested that Ozil and Sanchez will not be sold in the January transfer window. And Wenger has actually said this in his pre-match conference, and he said he's convinced that Ozil and Sanchez will stay at Arsenal, till the end of the season. But he did admit before that Ozil and that could leave in January. But he has suggested out now as Wenger that Ozil and Sanchez will not be sold in the current transfer window, and Wenger has basically made this clear. But also now Ian Wright's had a say on the matter, and he said it would be an unbelievable sign for Manchester United if Ozil was to come. Some people, some fans and that, Man United fans wouldn't be keen on Ozil. In my perspective opinion, I'd be very, very keen on the player, because I do think he's a very, very good player indeed. But reportedly Ozil, has been demanding a higher wage increase. I think he's demanding over £300,000. Arsenal not preparing to pay this as well in the current process. But it did actually confirm, the other day in the press that reportedly reports are stemming from Spain that Ozil had agreed a deal in principle to join agreed a deal to join Barcelona. It also said he had agreed a contract with Barcelona as well. But it did come out in the press the other day that actually Ozil had been given permission to leave Arsenal in January. That came out in the press, I think, last week, and he says he could be available for around £20 million in January, Mesut Ozil. But he did say, Ozil is still keen on staying in the current Premier League. He's still keen on staying in the Premier League. And Wenger did actually say the other day in the press that he has not agreed to join Barcelona, Mesut Ozil, in the current process. And it also said, what else did it say? That Coutinho, basically Barcelona would prefer, Messi would prefer Coutinho at Barcelona rather than Mesut Ozil, because we know that's Barcelona's main price target is Philippe Coutinho. But obviously Barcelona are weighing up other options, because the rich club, they can afford this. They're weighing up other options, in case they do fail with the pursuit of Philippe Coutinho. But as I'm saying, as I'm saying, Ozil did say about 4 or 5 weeks ago, he did tell his teammates that he did want to join Manchester United, as we all currently know in the current process. So Wenger said they're not going to be sold in the in January, as Sanchez and Mesut Ozil. Ozil, I think, has played 10 times as of this season for Arsenal Football Club. This season, this is his 5th season process. He's definitely made over the century appearances, and he used to work with Jose Mourinho, did Mesut Ozil, and they were fantastic together, at Real Madrid, in them 3 years together at Real Madrid. He's got a lot of experience of being in Spain. Also, too, Ozil, Jose Mourinho classifies him as a fantastic number 10, as we all know, in the current process. And we still got players at Manchester United, because the board have said to us basically, we need to sell, before we can currently buy, in the current process. Have to sell before we can buy. But yeah, Jose Mourinho's, got quite a lot of players, on his current radar as well in the current process. But we have to sell before we can buy. And as I said, we still got players coming to end deals. Mata, he turned a big money move down to China. We still, got to secure him a new deal. He's going to end of his deal. Looking like the left back, we need to sell maybe a left back or two, to get another left back in, and that, as it's said in the press, Luke Shaw, looking like he could go in January. And, without a doubt, Ash Young's potentially, definitely been our best left back, this season. Obviously, it confirmed the other week that Man United awarded him with a £6 million deal, and we've currently added another 12 months on his current contract as well. But he does deserve it the way he's performed this season. And you know, we've got Fellaini, who's another player that's coming to an end of his deal, but in the process, Manchester United have not secured Manny and Fellaini a new deal. And you know, Mourinho's concerned he could leave on a free transfer next summer, but Man United are not prepared to cash in for him in January because Mourinho's a big admirer of the player. So we could still see quite a few players go, but as I said, Mesut Ozil would be fantastic. Very, very good number 10 indeed. The contract talks are stalled, so in the process, Arsenal are nowhere near securing Mesut Ozil a new deal. Also experienced of being in Germany. Arsenal did pay £42 million for him from Real Madrid, Mesut Ozil, but he can create chances. He's got a record of assists as well, you know, especially, you know, since he's been in the Premier League as Mesut Ozil as well. I think he'll want to elevate to a higher level, play amongst better players, you know, win silverware, Mesut Ozil as well in the current process. So, and Arsenal is not going to be doing this, and plus Arsenal do not have Champions League football, and this is first time in 2 decades that Arsenal haven't had this. But Ian Wright's had to say, he said the Man United deal is a shoe-in for Ozil. He said Ozil could join Manchester United on a free transfer, because obviously, you know, if he sees out his deal and he hasn't signed a new deal, which looking like it's not going to happen, he will leave on a free transfer next summer. But if I were an Arsenal fan, and you know, if I knew they wanted to leave and they were going to leave, I'd rather cash in for the players. But Wenger said they're not going to be sold in January, Ozil or Sanchez. But I'd love Ozil at Manchester United. You know, business has been done in the past between the two clubs with Van Persie and Danny Welbeck. So potentially the Man United move could still happen as well. And Jose Mourinho's identifying, you know, he wants more left-footed players into the squad as well. We'll go on about that later on. But also saying about Alexis Sanchez as well. He's another player that's coming to an end of his deal. We know that he's going to leave Arsenal Football Club as well. And Wenger's also suggested about Sanchez that he will stay until the end of the season. But he said about Sanchez, Wenger, that he will not be sold also to in January. And he's also said this regarding Mesut Ozil as well. But Sanchez has been heavily linked with a move to Manchester City. We know City were heavily linked to him back in August. We know Paris Saint-Germain have been interested. Paris Saint-Germain have approached Sanchez's representatives over the potential move. But I said Paris Saint-Germain basically have to sell before they can buy, you know, consider the amount of money that PSG had spent back in the August window. But a lot of teams have been interested in Alexis Sanchez. We know he's coming to an end of his deal. We know he's also been demanding a higher wage increase as well as Alexis Sanchez. But I'd love it Manchester United, because Man United have had a slight interest, you know. Good advanced number 7, versatility is very, very good. His work rate's good, puts a lot of effort in his game, does Alexis Sanchez. And Arsenal, you know, will want to identify replacements for Ozil and Alexis Sanchez as well in the current process. Sanchez, who's made over a century appearances now at Arsenal. This is his 4th season, I think, in the process, because Arsenal paid £35 million for him from Barcelona. He's got experience of being in, you know, Spain, you know, experience of being in Italy. He also did well with River Plate, and Cola did Sanchez as well. And Arsenal, he's won 3 Champions Leagues in 4 seasons. He did quote out Sanchez that he wanted Champions League football back in the August window. And I still think, you know, City are emerging front runners to go on and get him. As I said, now that Arsene Wenger said that Ozil and Sanchez will not be sold, City may wait. You know, I think, you know, City are still keen on waiting until next summer to go on and get Sanchez on a free transfer rather than pay 20 or 30 million for him in January. But as I said, Arsenal could have cashed 50, 60 million pound in for Sanchez. Don't forget. But obviously Arsenal couldn't find that replacement. This is why Sanchez left, and Wenger has been ruthless regarding the play. But I still think he's keen on reuniting with Pep Guardiola, Sanchez. I think Pep Guardiola's keen on reuniting with Sanchez after they were fantastic together at Barcelona. As I said, you know, and the current process. But Sanchez had approached Paris Saint-Germain quite a few times back in the August window as well. He wants Champions League football, wants to elevate to a higher level, you know, play amongst better players, win silverware, and Arsenal is not going to be doing this, you know, for a player of his calibre. This is what he wants, and if he goes to PSG, he goes to City, they've got Champions League football, and obviously them teams such as City and PSG have invested a lot more money into their club than Arsenal Football Club did back in August, because Arsenal only purchased £52 million, you know, for Lacazette from Lyon. But their transfer policy was absolutely appalling back in the August when you've got to be quite honest. You know, even Arsenal fans will agree. But Arsenal have obviously had replacements out anyway. It did come out in the press the other day. Obviously, we know about Thomas Lemar, as we all know, it did say Arsenal willing to revive the interest in Lemar. It says they may go back for Thomas Lemar in the January transfer window. I think Thomas Lemar's under contract with Monaco until 2019-2020. But I said he's very, very good. His versatility is very, very good for Monaco. He can play through the centre. He can play on the wings, on each flank as well, can Thomas Lemar. Monaco sitting second in Ligue 1 this season. Won the Ligue 1 for the first time in nearly 2 decades last season, did well in the Champions League, but Monaco were not actually willing to offload Thomas Lemar back in August due to considering the amount of money that Monaco raised for the departure of their players, nearly £300 million that Monaco had raised for the departure of their players as well. He's become a regular for France, especially since making his senior international debut in 2016 as well, Lemar. And the president of Monaco has actually confirmed he's likely to leave Monaco next summer. Is Thomas Lemar current process. And he's an ex-Champ player where he played 32 times. I think this is his third season process with Monaco. And as I'm saying, it did say, it says Arsenal are willing to re-go in for him in January, but Arsenal are not willing to pay the £92 million basically, that they're willing to offer right at the end of the August window. But Arsenal had 2 bids rejected for Lemar. Liverpool had 2 bids rejected for Lemar as well. He's still on Liverpool's agenda, I think, because Liverpool could identify him as a good replacement. If Coutinho leaves as well, maybe Daniel Sturridge could still leave Liverpool Football Club. As well, there has been talks about that, but Liverpool have also got quite a few players. Talk about Sanchez, yes. Wenger said he will not be sold in January. As I said, there were talks about Sterling as part of the deal back in August. But between Arsenal and Manchester City had been negotiations. But obviously, currently due to City were not willing to offload Sterling as part of the deal for Alexis Sanchez, and Pep Guardiola is keen on Alexis Sanchez. So I think City could go for him in January, could go for him, wait until next summer and get him on a free transfer. City did spend a lot of money back in August as well. And potentially another Arsenal target has been Julian Draxler, as we all know. Also, Liverpool have contacted Paris Saint-Germain over the potential move for Julian Draxler as well. Because Julian Draxler, we know, is very, very good with both feet. He's skillful. He's good in the air, as we all know. But now he's going to be surplus to requirements at Paris Saint-Germain, as we all know, is Julian Draxler. Considering the amount of money that PSG invested, very, very rich club. They got the deal for Mbappe. They got the deal for Neymar as well, did Paris Saint-Germain. And, there's Cavani in there as well. And it's going to be hard for, Julian Draxler to get first-team football week in, week out. When he signed for Paris Saint-Germain in January from Wolfsburg, Paris Saint-Germain bought him £42 million. He's signed a 4-year deal, so he's under contract with Paris Saint-Germain until 2021 is Draxler. But yeah, Liverpool have been interested in him. Also, too, Arsenal have been heavily interested in Julian Draxler as well. And it would be good to see him come and experience the Premier League, Julian Draxler, to be fair. Because, got a experience of playing in Germany. And he's very, very good for Germany as well. We're voted the best player in the Confederations Cup. Very good in Euro 2016 as well. Reached semi-finals, Did well for Germany in 2014 in the FIFA World Cup as well. Actually won it with Germany as well. And during his Schalke days was fantastic. Spent 4 fantastic years there. Made 171 appearances, scored 30 goals. Did Julian Draxler during his time there. Won honours there. Won honours Wolfsburg. Did well Wolfsburg as well. And then PSG had paid £42 million for the player. But he's not going to guarantee first-team football week in, week out. Is Julian Draxler, let's be honest. But Arsenal have reportedly been in talks. Liverpool have reportedly been in talks as well. But that's another Arsenal-Liverpool target, Draxler. And then another Arsenal target, Lemar. Liverpool's target is Lemar as well. But it was towards the end of the August window as well. But yeah, as I'm saying, guys, we'll get into a bit more detail later on. But as I'm saying, the main part of this video is about Mesut Ozil from Arsenal Football Club. Reportedly, Ian Wright, the Arsenal legend, has come out and he's given his feedback. He's given his opinion across on the situation. And he said the Man United deal is a shoo-in, and he said the Ozil to Manchester United is a shoo-in, and he's admitted it would be an unbelievable signing for us, and it would be a good signing for us. Maybe some Man United fans, such as me, other fans will have different opinions, but my opinion, I think Ozil would fit the Manchester United agenda very, very well. And I think he dramatically, improved the Manchester United team would Mesut Ozil in the current process, but he did say it would be unbelievable. He did say it would be a shoe-in as well. He did say Ozil could join Manchester United, on a free as well. So this is what he said. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscriber. As always, guys, and take it easy, guys. Take care. God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye.